Hello and welcome to Bible Study with Alice, and today we're on day 54, Psalm 54 of our daily psalm reading. We are reading from the ESV translation, but you're more than welcome to join us from a different translation. As you can see, we are on Psalm 54. Today's video is filmed in real time. Today's date is the 27th of December 24, it's Friday. You can find the previous 53 Psalms in the playlist below. To make you aware that Psalm 52 and Psalm 53 was pre-recorded, but we're now back to the usual format. There is a disclaimer as usual, and that is one, these videos are unedited, and also I'll probably stumble my wording, which is likely to happen, but let's get started. The Lord uphold my life. To the choir master with string instrument, a maskell of David, when the Zebuhites went and told Saul, "Is not David hiding among us? O God, save me by your name, and vindicate me by your might. O God, hear my prayer. Give ear to the words of my mouth. For strangers have risen against me. Ruthless men seek my life. They do not set God before themselves. Selah. Behold, God is my helper. The Lord is the upholder of my life. He will return the evil to my enemies. In your faithfulness, put an end to them. With a free will offering, I will sacrifice to you. I will give thanks to your name, O Lord, for it is good. For he has delivered me from every trouble. My eye had looked in triumph on my enemies." So that is Psalm 54 complete. Tomorrow we will be doing Psalm 55. For all new viewers, I will now put on the screen a post-it note which will briefly explain the psalm. I do this for all the psalms, so it's not just for this video. Just to make you aware though, with the time period, so I do include a time period for all the psalms, and some of the psalms, which is actually, I'd say, more of the psalms, are unknown. There are a few where obviously scholars and historians do know when the time period was, but obviously there are those where the time period is unknown, and that's due to the fact that historians and scholars don't know when that psalm was written. They usually go by an event, so it could be how the psalm was written. It could explain an event that would have happened in that psalm, and that's how they go by that time period, is by that event. So with Psalm 54, it's unknown. It's written by David when the Zebuhites betrayed him to King Saul. So that would be the event. So the event obviously is that King David wrote this psalm because he was betrayed by the Zebuhites to King Saul. The main, that's the main event. A prayer for God to deliver the psalmist from enemies who want to harm or kill him. The main key themes for Psalm 54 is a prayer for deliverance, trust in God, betrayal by the Zebuhites, God's name, and it's an individual lament. So we'll go back a few pages to here, and we'll talk about individual laments. I have mentioned it in a lot of the videos, but it's always good to go back over it as a reflection. So a lament is a type of prayer song that is a cry for God to act in the midst of pain and grief. These here are the psalms that are individual lament, and as you can see, Psalm 54. So a lament is a personal feeling. They are the most common type of psalm. They often begin with an invocation to God, followed by the lament and request for help, and end with an expression of trust in God. So with this, I always explain it as like a prayer that we would normally do. So when we pray in the morning or in the afternoon, evening, whenever we pray, obviously everybody prays differently and no way of praying is wrong. Everybody's way of praying is actually right for that person. And how I explain it is when we're praying, we always start our prayer with invocation to God. So we always invite God in. Then we obviously give off the lament. So we then, bring the lament part in, which is obviously the pain and the grief. Then we seek help from God. So we're obviously asking God for help in that issue that we've got. And then at the end, when we close the prayer, we close it off with trust in God that He will help us with our pain and grief that we're going through. So that is what a lament is. Also, here in verse 3 is Salam, and Salam basically means it's a rest, a pause or a reflection. So the psalmist will take a rest when they're singing, or just take a pause for a moment, or even reflect on what was said or sung prior to that. So that's what Salam means. So that is Psalm 54 complete. Tomorrow we will be doing Psalm 55. I will now write in the day and the date. I do this for all the videos. I know on Psalm 52, 53 it was actually filmed on the 24th, and then I wrote in the day and the date because of continuity reasons. It's actually easier to do it that way. For how my brain works, it's easier to do it that way. But yes, so I'll write in now the day and the date. So it's day 54. It's the 27th of 12 to 4. So that is that. So thank you for watching. Please like my content. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel. And please turn on the notification bell so you can get notified of when videos get uploaded to the channel. Thank you and goodbye.